what happens when you had sex after you said you wasn't gonna have sex no more?
Love you. And no matter what, keep doing what you do. Keep doing whatever it is. Keep doing it.
Hey girl, hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Anaya here. I post lifestyle, faith-based, and other creative content. Today's video, we're going to be talking about purity and abstinence, which is basically waiting for marriage to have sex. And if you've been to my channel before, you know I made a video on this topic, but this video is the part 2. This video, we're going to be talking about some real things, getting into the nitty-gritty. Basically, what happens when you had sex after you said you wasn't going to have sex no more. So let's talk about it. Y'all, I was so excited to make this video because this is something I personally went through. My journey was given, like, are you really trying to stop? And I don't have no shame in my game telling y'all that, because somebody somewhere can benefit from this, even if it's one person, because y'all know somebody somewhere can benefit from this. And these are just the things that I wish I heard or were more emphasized. It's not a video to encourage you to be comfortable in your sin, but more so to validate your experience and push you in the right direction. We here to encourage each other, uplift each other. So first things first, refer back to the previous video. I have it like somewhere on the screen or like in the description box below. But basically, you don't want to just disregard all of those things, because those points are like the foundation. So pause the video and come back when you finish. Don't entertain yourself for the sake of knowing knowledge. You have to actually apply what you know. Put it into motion. We're not just making ourselves feel good by having it. We actually. Second tip is to not let shame consume you, because it's sent straight from the enemy. He wants to warp your mind so you can get into a space where you feel like, why not? I'm always going to be this way. I might as well just do it anyway. It's easy to feel like, well, dang, I keep messing up. Oh my gosh. And it feels embarrassing. You're not about to give the enemy what he wants. If he wants you to do that, that means he knows that it's a way that you're not going to always be stuck on that. So in focusing on God and not what you just did, it's important to understand conviction, which comes from God, instead of shame, which is like the tool of the enemy. So with God not wanting you to do certain things, it's a reason why, and it's really for your benefit and because God loves you. So when he doesn't want you to indulge in sin, you'll be convicted. Conviction is different in the sense that the conviction would just let you know, hey, something might be wrong, versus shame causing you to feel like you're the problem, and not really getting to the root of the problem. So with shame coming from the enemy and knowing the difference between conviction and shame, if there is another occurrence where it were to happen, it's like now you know, like, oh, hold on, I know what you're doing now. I'm not about to be consumed in my feelings of how I feel right now. I'm about to think about the bigger picture. So with tip number 3, instead of letting shame keep you in that spiral of I always be this way, you have to run to the source, the one who can like actually change things, because obviously it's a deeper issue and he's the only one who can fix the root of the issue. You focus on him, and when you build a relationship, that's when you see things change. In any relationship, it will really reflect in your life and your actions and everything like that. So why not get the relationship, the most important relationship of all, together? It only makes sense. Like, you're going to consider not doing certain things because this person wouldn't like that, like, it's going to hold you accountable. Like, that thought is basically what conviction is. Like, God doesn't like this because of X, Y, Z, so I'm not going to do this now. Like, it's going to make you think about it.
Like, if I have a relationship with you, your boundaries are important to me because I have a relationship with you. The problem is that we're viewing God from the lens of rules, which makes the relationship hard. Because I'm not looking first for the relationship, I'm looking first for the rules.
So having a relationship is important. So it takes focusing on God and really giving your surrender. God will really make what you didn't even think was possible happen. Don't think it's far-fetched to think that this will be my path, because we serve a God who is limitless. He can do any and everything if he wanted to. Just really waiting on you. So keep your mind focused on him and just focus on relationship. I don't ask God for help. Like, ask God to point you to resources, ask God to convict you when you may be doing things that you think are innocent but really are gateways to lead you into something you shouldn't be doing, or to reveal people to you that may be bad company that you keep. Like, all of these things, he will help you. So God wants you to focus on him, surrender, and just be willing, and he will literally literally handle the rest. So real change happens when you admit that you don't got the power to change it.
You ain't got the answer, Sway.
On the topic of God wanting you to focus and surrender to him, my next point is to stop relying on behavior modification. Behavior modification is basically what you can control, how you can fix the situation, your behavior, whatever the case is. And really, I'm saying don't focus on that because it's just prolonged failure. It's only going to lead you back to shame, because when you do fall short, you're going to be like, why didn't this work? Or I thought I was doing good in this part. Or I. And it's just like, you're focusing on the wrong thing. Relying on your own strength, you can only do for so much. And at some point,
I win!
like, that goes back to like letting God deal with the root of the issue. You may not even know the root of the issue. Like sometimes God will have to reveal to you why you may be going back to things that just don't do you no good. He's really the only one who can make, for deliverance. So focusing on that is just like a dead mission. And I would say it would help to like ask yourself, how will God want me to deal with this situation? What character does God say I need to have? Just things like that. Like basically try to let your life reflect what the word says, because you cannot go wrong if you rely on God and his word. So I know I just said don't focus on what you can do, but my next tip is to be accountable, which is essentially moving your feet after you ask God to help you. And if you ask me, that's two different things, because that one is just doing it in your own strength. What can I do? And this one, you ask God to help you, so God in the midst of it. So the difference is you're putting works behind your faith. First things first, be honest with yourself. If you're not honest with yourself, you're not going to get nowhere, because you have to admit there's a problem for you to even address the problem. Also, being honest with yourself and how you may be falling short. So ask yourself, how are you contributing to yourself falling short? Is it what you watch? Is it what you listen to? Is it the company you keep? Is it your lack of boundaries? You could really, go on. Like, ask yourself and be honest with yourself and how you may be contributing to yourself on the show.
Is it me? Am I the drama?
Also, with being honest with yourself, there's also the factor of not actually wanting to stop. And I know that sounds crazy because you came to a video like this, or you just have it set in your mind like, I'm not doing it anymore. But sometimes it can still be like that, and I'm gonna tell you how. Sometimes you may reach a certain level of progress and you may trick your mind and be like, oh, I'm doing good because I haven't did XYZ no more. But it's like, but then you still like indulging in certain things. You're just picking, I don't know, I guess like the lesser evil out of the situation. You're still doing whatever, but it's like you're doing certain stuff to the point where you don't feel as bad, but it's like you're still being content and doing what you want to do. So be honest with yourself. Are you in that stage? And get yourself to a point where like you really can be like, okay, I'm gonna leave that behind me and I'm really trying to work on myself. Because if you're not genuinely trying to be delivered from that or leave it in your past, it's just like asking for help in vain. Also, with being accountable, hold yourself to discipline. That may look like standing firm on your boundaries, telling people no, meet with certain people on social media because whatever people may post may make a thought pop up in your mind to do XYZ, not listening to certain songs no matter how good they sound. Just being mindful. Basically, that's really what it is. Being mindful and staying disciplined. Stop negotiating with temptation. And this is a big one and probably my favorite, y'all. Okay? So with this one, don't be passive about it. I don't care if you're hurting somebody's feelings, if you just stopped in the middle of doing the whoop and you like, I don't want to do this no more. Like, whatever the case is, we're not being passive about it, and we're not putting how other people may feel above what we know is right. Like, please be for real. Like, you are God. Play with somebody else. So this is something serious. You can't just stick around and see what happens. God literally tells us to run, flee. And when he said run, it's really not too many ways you could put that. He really meant like evacuate. Like, you have to be honest. So just like, if something don't seem right or you just know it's gonna lead to something, that's just go on ahead, exit stage left, you know? Don't be afraid to stop in the midst of something. Like, don't believe the lie of because I did XYZ, I gotta do this too. tattoo. You can stop in the middle of whatever, like, and change your mind, whatever the case may be. Stopping in the middle of something is better than nothing. Like, baby steps. Small things develop and turn into bigger things. So it may start with a thought, it may trickle down into, you know, God knows what. But basically, just keep that in mind. Seek community. We're here to help one another. God moves through other people. Most times we are called to be what the answer to someone's prayer. We need to rely on each other. Whether that's like getting someone you trust and getting them to be like your accountability partner, whatever the case may be for you. People can't help you if they don't know it's a problem, and it may very well be a game changer for you. So sometimes you have to, well, most times you have to seek out community. Like, some things you can do on your own, but some things you need help. Practice and build discipline. You literally have to like practice the outcome you want. Like, habits become lifestyle. What does someone who doesn't partake in XYZ do day to day? Am I doing that? And just trying your best to align those things. And just building the discipline to refuse to partake in certain things and switching that out for things that like encourage the behaviors you want to see, and just really practicing that so it just becomes natural. Okay, y'all, that's a wrap. Thank you for watching, especially if you made it to the end. I hope you were able to gain something from this video, whether this is your journey or this had nothing to do with you at all, but you still watched it. I hope you were able to find something that could be applicable to another area in your life, or I don't know, related tips or something to someone else. I just hope you were able to benefit from this, especially if this is your journey. It's possible you got God behind you, so who can stop you? Yeah. But like, comment, subscribe, comment future videos I can do. And yeah, thank you for watching. I hope to see y'all back. Till next time. Bye, y'all.